Good evening, Philippines. This is Mike Padua, and we are back to analysis for this Wednesday through Friday, November 17 to 19, 2021, and this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000. Now, let's proceed with our update. Here's the latest from our GraphSat beginning today, Wednesday until tomorrow, Thursday. Northeast monsoon is still affecting actually it's now affecting whole of Luzon, including Metro Manila, Bicol region, and some weaker northeasterly surface wind flow affecting rest of Mimaropa, Visayas, and also areas of Siargao and Dinagat Islands. So these places will have winds and some passing rain showers and thunderstorms, particularly along the coastal areas of these affected places. And also the Calayan Island group along the spot list will have the effects of the northeasterly surface wind flow. Down here over the southernmost part of Sulu archipelago, we have a shallow low pressure area which is around 200 kilometers to the west of Zamboanga City. It's embedded within the trough. So this is bringing some thunderstorms across Mindanao, southern portions of Sulu, and also the rest of Palawan. So these areas will have some strong thunderstorms, possible flash floods and landslides during the time where a strong thunderstorm can be expected, particularly here over the areas of Palawan. And we are monitoring this shallow LPA, which has been moving across the western Pacific during the past few days across the western Micronesia. And this shallow LPA has entered the Philippine Area of Responsibility, but still far away to directly affect any portions of the archipelago. The shallow LPA is currently disorganized. It's having a hard time to becoming a strong LPA, but for the next 2 days until Friday, it will reorganize over to the east of the Bicol region, and it's likely to strengthen a bit, but on Saturday and Sunday this shallow LPA may begin to weaken, and it's likely it will dissipate as it crosses the Bicol region this coming Friday and Saturday. So expect some rainy conditions across the Bicol region and the Visayas this Friday through Saturday, and on Sunday improving weather conditions will be expected. The rainfall will be just over the areas of Mindoro and Palawan as the remnants of this shallow LPA moves over the West Philippine Sea. So this is good news compared to our other videos where the shallow LPA is expected to intensify into a strong LPA and eventually into a tropical cyclone or tropical depression. But so far the latest model run as of 8 a.m. this morning, Wednesday, it shows that both of the two computer models, the American and the European models, is showing some weakening of this shallow LPA. But there might be a possibility that it will be given a tag ID due to still the probability that it may intensify or strengthen. Not following the models are still there, but we shall see, okay, in the coming days. But let's hope and pray. Let's pray hard that the system won't bring too much rainfall. Although it's only a low pressure area, we could expect rainy conditions and thunderstorms across Bicol and summer provinces, as well as portions of Visayas and Mimaropa this coming weekend, beginning on Friday until Saturday or early Sunday. So that will be the effects of this upcoming shallow LPA. We will keep you updated for some sudden changes in the forecast models. So we are going to focus our attention in the coming days, particularly this weekend. So that's the latest from GraphSat. If we take a look at the fast animation, there you go. The LPA is somewhere here with much of the cloudiness elongated more to the northwest, so we could expect rainfall to approach the Bicol region as early as Friday or late Thursday or late tomorrow evening. So expect rainfall, so don't forget to bring your rain gear, umbrellas, jackets when we have this effects of this shallow LPA. And if we look at the windy.com zoom-in satellite animation, beginning at 5 p.m. this afternoon until 10 p.m. this evening, you can clearly see here the shallow LPA over to the west of Zamboanga with its cloudiness or trough affecting much of Palawan and also portions of Zamboanga Peninsula and the southern portions of Sulu Archipelago. While here comes the shallow LPA, the cloudiness elongated more or displaced more to the north and northwest, is slowly approaching the Bicol region and Eastern Visayas. As you can see here, using our infrared satellite animation, you can clearly observe the thick dark red cloudiness. These are strong thunderstorms that could bring massive rainfall over our area if it does not weaken or dissipate. So we're going to observe that in coming days. So here's the forecast from the European model. 24 hours beginning 8 a.m. This morning until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Still, the rainfall generated by this shallow LPA remains over the Philippine Sea, while the Bicol region could expect some showers, particularly during noontime or early afternoon because of the northeast monsoon, including the coastal areas of Cagayan Valley and northern Quezon, while the trough of the shallow LPA will continue to bring isolated widespread rainfall across Palawan and the southern and central portions of Sulu Archipelago. Some localized thunderstorms will also be expected across Mindanao. And if we take a look for the next 3 days until Friday, there you go. The rainfall of the shallow LPA will start to affect the Bicol region, becoming more heavy across the coastal areas of Camarines Norte, Partido District, particularly over Caramuan Peninsula, and also Catanduanes, Eastern Albay, and Eastern Sorsogon, while the rest of the Bicol region will also experience rainfall from light, moderate to at times heavy, and also here across Romblon and northern Panay, while over at Palawan up to the West Philippine Sea, including the Calayan Island group, these are rainfall generated by the shallow LPA with its trough and some local thunderstorms, and also the trough from the departing shallow LPA over Palawan will also bring some isolated scattered rain showers and thunderstorms across Mindanao. So this is now the approach of this shallow LPA. So it looks like the change on the schedule is not happening. So it will still occur the beginning late Thursday or Friday until Saturday or early Sunday. The possible on and off rainfall. Let's hope and pray there will be no heavy downpour or the cloudiness will remain thin so that we are safe from flash floods and landslides. So please take all necessary precautions on the approach of the system. On Friday, we will be having some clear picture on the effects of this shallow LPA, if it will intensify into a strong LPA. So let's wait and see. And here's the latest forecast from the two computer models showing the approach of the shallow LPA. Let's begin with the American model. So tomorrow afternoon, this shallow LPA will accelerate, and it's now around 3 to 400 kilometers. 300 to 400 kilometers east of northern Samar, and while the European model shows the same location of that shallow LPA to the east of northern Samar or east of Sorsogon, still over the Philippine Sea. And let's go back up to the American model. Let's move on Friday afternoon. The shallow LPA will start to elongate, so meaning the approaching shear line will, because of a frontal system up here to the northeast, it will start to affect the circulation of the shallow LPA. That's why it's no longer expected to intensify. It became more elongated. So we still expect some northerly to northeasterly winds due to the enhanced northeast monsoon. So the LPA will be over here, roughly 100 kilometers northeast of Catanduanes on Friday. That's based on the American model. If you take a look at the European model, it shows that the shallow LPA remains quasi-stationary to the east of Bicol region, remains a weak system. Okay, and let's go back to the American model. On Saturday evening until Saturday afternoon, the shallow LPA will start to dissipate, and it's no longer here, just remnants affecting Bicol region and some northeasterly monsoonal flow affecting southern Quezon and Camarines Norte. So calm winds will be expected on Saturday afternoon based on the American model. But if you take a look at the European model, it also shows the same situation with the remnants of the shallow LPA weakening and starting to cross the Bicol region over the Lagunoy Gulf or Albay Gulf area. So that will be the scenario on Saturday. And if we take a look on Sunday afternoon, the shallow LPA, the remnants, is no longer there. We have here the shear line of a frontal system, northeast monsoon over northern Quezon. And on the European model, the shallow LPA is no longer there. Here's the surface trough, being a part formerly of the shear line, is now moving towards Luzon. Okay, now let's take a look at the rain. This is the rain that will happen. We are going to use the European model. So on Friday morning, the rainfall will be approaching the Bicol region, the elongated or displaced rainfall by the shallow LPA. And on Friday, maybe noontime until the afternoon or evening, moderate to heavy rainfall will start to affect the Bicol region, the whole Bicol region, including Masbate, Friday afternoon until evening, and extending until Saturday, whole day of Saturday. So we could expect rain conditions for 24 hours beginning Friday afternoon until maybe Saturday noontime. So let's wait and see the effects of this, but expect heavy rainfall because of the ongoing La Nina and this the remnants of this shallow LPA. And on Sunday, it's no longer there, it's gone. Okay, so that's the latest from the forecast from the two reliable computer models. So most of them shows that the system is forecast to move towards this direction here. That's the area of uncertainty, and it's likely to dissipate here or weaken into a surface trough once it moves across the Bicol region or northern Visayas. Now let's take a look at the global tropics hazards and benefits outlook from the Climate Prediction Center of NOAA. This is valid for the next 2 weeks, issued yesterday evening. So for week 1, valid November 17 until November 23. Here's now the shallow LPA. It shows here that it has a 50% probability or 50-50 chance that it could become a tropical cyclone. So based on the latest now, it showed that the development into a tropical cyclone is now decreased. Okay, has decreased, and it may just be a shallow LPA or even a moderate LPA as it crosses the Bicol region. So take all necessary precautions for possible heavy rainfall that could produce flooding and landslide in hazard-prone areas of the Bicol region and the Visayas. Now for week 2, this is good news. Valid November 24 to November 30. No tropical cyclone development, but the areas of Eastern Visayas, Mimaropa, Bicol region, Luzon, the rest of Luzon, including Metro Manila, will be having above average rainfall for November 24 to 30. And so far, maybe this year, for the month of November, we don't have any tropical cyclone formation compared to last year. We have a trio of tropical cyclones. So that's the latest from our update for this Wednesday evening. And we will be returning on Friday to give the very latest on that shallow LPA. And from Typhoon 2000, this is Mike Padua reporting. Stay safe always. Be #weatherwiser. And thank you so much for watching our channel.